first pick in the 2016 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Jared Goff, quarterback.
Toss to White. He's in. Patriots win the Super Bowl.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
What if I told you Cam Newton is not dabbing and he's also not on the NFL roster?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
He's making all the throws. He had phenomenal numbers. They were winning.
What if I told you Matt Ryan is on the Indianapolis Colts and he recently got benched for a 6th-round pick? I know you probably think about Andrew Luck. He retired years ago. What if I told you Julio Jones and Tom Brady are on the same NFL team?
Are you serious? How you know? Put that on everything.
Did I also forget to mention Tom Brady isn't on the Patriots? My bad.
Years on that count.
What if I also told you Antonio Brown is not the best receiver in the NFL no more? He's not even on a team. But what if I told you before he retired he got a chance to win a Super Bowl with Tom Brady? T.Y. Hilton did not become the best receiver in the league, and he never really came close to it either. Drew Brees retired, and he never got the chance to win another Super Bowl ring. Zeke is not the best running back in the NFL. He's not even a top 5 running back in the NFL. What about Jordan Howard? What about DeMarco Murray? What about Le'Veon Bell? They aren't even in the league. And the saddest thing with all of these guys, for one reason or another, the common theme between all of them, injuries. I mean, injuries. That is what you go through when you play the game of football. That's what's to be expected. And that's what happened and ruined a lot of these great careers. Going back to 2016, we would have never seen some of these things. Everybody thought Cam Newton, yeah, he lost to Von Miller in the Broncos, but he'll get another chance. He never got that chance. You know, he went around some different teams. He played for New England. He went back to Carolina, and it just never really materialized to be everything that it was. We can attest some of that to, you know, coaching, having different coaches, having to learn systems very quickly, but for one reason or another, he never got back to MVP Cam. Matt Ryan, another guy, he came to the Colts. Everybody thought he was going to fix things. They weren't really sold on Carson Wentz. Matt Ryan, a veteran, a guy who's been to the Super Bowl, a guy who's won an MVP. They thought he could come in, work with that Colts defense. That hasn't materialized as well. Looking at some other things, Julio Jones, the best receiver in the NFL, him and AB, 1A, 1B. That is crazy because those two guys, they aren't doing much of anything right now. AB's not on the team. Julio Jones, he's fighting injury after injury. And now the craziest part is that Tom Brady got to play with both of these guys. What if I told you in 2016, we're going to take Julio Jones and we're going to take Antonio Brown. We're going to let them play with Tom Brady. I don't even think the league would have passed that at the time in 2016. But recent years, that's what we've seen. That's what's happened. And fortunately, Antonio Brown got his ring with Tom Brady, but we got guys like Julio Jones, Larry Fitzgerald. They still haven't gotten their ring. Even Odell has a ring, and those two guys still never got a chance to get their ring just yet. Drew Brees, another guy who's retired. We've seen the worst of Drew Brees in his final years. You know, things weren't really looking good, and the game really just called him to an end. The game brought him to an end. His arm wasn't the same no more. The accuracy wasn't the same no more, and he just couldn't take those hits as we've seen the injuries pile and pile. Going into Andrew Luck, another guy who we've seen retire. Injuries pile and pile and pile. Andrew Luck, he's not even the same guy no more. And he was very emotional when he retired because he had love for the game. But at a certain point, when you don't have the offensive line in front of you, you can only take but so much. And to think that Le'Veon Bell, a guy who was on top of the running back world, who got the highest paid running back contract, Ezekiel Elliott, the guy who won Offensive Rookie of the Year, the guy who was looking on pace to be the next all-time great running back, those guys aren't even top backs, let alone Ezekiel Elliott is the only guy who is still in the league that was top 5 in rushing that year. Looking at the 1 and 2 picks, Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, I'm pretty sure every GM in the NFL now would think, what are you doing? That would be a horrible pick, and they wouldn't make it because those guys have fell off tremendously. Jared Goff and Carson Wentz, they had good success early on, but now they're struggling. They're not looking like those same guys. It's a different league, and times were crazy back then.